In this session, we will discuss one of the CCT based question on data visualization. So, see the question. See the question. Create a horizontal bar graph. Second is write the code for setting the limits of x-axis from -2 to 7. Then next code for x6 function, which will put the tick marks on name of students and rotate it by 40 degree. And after that, setting the limits on x-axis and y-axis as students' names and percentages respectively. So first of all, we will create a graph. So for that, use in library matplotlib and one of the module pyplot. After that, see the question again. In this question, you are having the data of student names as well as percentages. So take the data first. First one is student name. Let us assume we have the name of 3 students and their percentages. Okay, and after that, take their percentages. So percentages are like 60, 68 and 70. Okay, so student names we will enclose it inside quotation marks because these are the strings, and numbers we will take it without quotation. So for creating the graph, you will take the same library and module, and after that put dot and use one of the function for creating a bar graph. So first of all, let us create a vertical bar graph by using a bar function. So the syntax for creating a vertical bar graph is bar function. Inside this, first parameter will be for x-axis and second parameter will be for y-axis. Okay, so whatever you want as a x-axis, put as a first parameter, and whatever you want on y-axis, put it as a second parameter. So since vertical bars will be created and height of the bar will depend on y-axis, so on y-axis we need the percentages, and on x-axis we will take the student names. So student name will be on x-axis and percentage will be on y-axis. Why percentages are on y-axis? Because it will give you the it will give you the height of the bar, and in case of vertical bars we need the height of the bar to be on y-axis, and since in case of vertical bar graphs height of the bar depend on y-axis, that's why percentages will be on y-axis. Okay, and it will create the 3 bars, one for each individual student, and after that you can display your graph by using show function. Okay, and now run and see. The first bar is for Ramesh, having 60 as a percentage, and this percentage is on y-axis. So height of the bar depend on y-axis. Similarly for Gita, height of the bar is 68, depend on y-axis. Similarly for Vikas, it is 70. So in this way you have created a vertical bar graph. Similarly, if you want to create a horizontal bar graph for the same question, so just I am copy pasting here, and I will show you only the changes which is to be made in this case when you want to create a horizontal bar graph. Okay, so this one is the syntax for creating a horizontal bar graph. And in this case, bar h function you have to use, and first parameter will be for y-axis means whatever you want to be on y-axis, put it as a first parameter, and second parameter will be for x-axis. Okay, and previous one which we have covered is was the syntax for vertical bar graph. Okay, so now see on, just check. So now see, just only you have to do one thing, that first of all identify which you want on x-axis and which you want on y-axis, and whatever you want on y-axis put it as a first parameter. Okay, just do this one. तो सबसे पहले आपको चेक करना है कि आपको y-axis पे कौन सा डाटा चाहिए और x-axis पे कौन सा डाटा चाहिए. जब आप हॉरिजॉन्टल बार ग्राफ क्रिएट करेंगे, सो हाइट ऑफ द बार विल डिपेंड ऑन x-axis. ओके, सो हाइट ऑफ द बार किस पर डिपेंड करेगी, x-axis पर, और x-axis पर डिपेंड करेगी. तो हाइट ऑफ द बार आप कैसे फाइंड आउट करेंगे, बाय यूजिंग परसेंटेजेस. परसेंटेजेस के थ्रू ही फाइंड आउट करेंगे ना. सो दैट्स वाई परसेंटेजेस को आपको x-axis पे लेना है. सो परसेंटेजेस को x-axis पर पहले से यहाँ पे जो मैंने बार फंक्शन यूज़ किया था उस केस में परसेंटेज सेकेंड पैरामीटर में ही लिखा हुआ है, बट एट दैट टाइम it was denoting the y-axis. In this case it is denoting the x-axis. So percentage को आप x-axis पर लीजिए और student name को y-axis पे. So it means in this case there will be no change. Student name percentage, student name percentage ये same है यहाँ पर, इसमें कोई change नहीं चाहिए हमें. But instead of bar you need to use bar h function. यहाँ आपको bar h function use करना है. ठीक है, समझ आ गया. फिर से सुनिए. Let us see the case when you have created bar for vertical bar graph. Okay, so in that case you need the height of the bar to be on y-axis. आपको उस टाइम पे height of the bar कहाँ से लेनी थी, y-axis से, तभी आपके vertical bars create होते. तो इस वजह से आपने y-axis पे परसेंटेज लिया और x-axis पे स्टूडेंट नेम लिया. अब सिंटेक्स के अकॉर्डिंग आप जहाँ फर्स्ट पैरामीटर में आप x-axis के लिए डाटा दीजिए और सेकेंड पैरामीटर में y-axis के लिए दीजिए. स्टूडेंट नेम परसेंटेज दे दिया तो ये हमारा वर्टिकल बार ग्राफ क्रिएट हो गया. अब आइए हॉरिजॉन्टल पर. इस केस में आपको बस ये ध्यान रखना है कि जो पहला पैरामीटर आप पास करेंगे वो y के लिए पास करना है, सेकेंड आपको x के लिए पास करना है और बार h फंक्शन यूज़ करना है. बस यही दोनों में डिफरेंस है. ठीक है, अब आते हैं, हमें ये पता होना चाहिए कि y-axis पे हमें क्या चाहिए, x-axis पे हमें क्या चाहिए. तो आपकी जो हाइट, अब वो हॉरिजॉन्टल बार ग्राफ जब आप क्रिएट करेंगे तो उस टाइम पे आपकी हाइट ऑफ द बार डिपेंड करेगी x-axis पर. सॉरी, ठीक है, x-axis पर डिपेंड करेगी. तो x-axis पर आपको परसेंटेजेस चाहिए, y-axis पे स्टूडेंट नेम चाहिए. तो अब देखिए स्टूडेंट नेम आपका y-axis पर है. ठीक है, ये y-axis पर है और परसेंटेजेस जो हैं दे आर ऑन x-axis. So this will create your horizontal bar graph. So run this code and see a horizontal bar graph has been created. Okay, so in this way you have to create a graph. After that the remaining questions 2, 3, 4 these are related with your customization part. Okay, ग्राफ आपका क्रिएट हो जाएगा जब आप कोई भी फंक्शन यूज़ करेंगे फॉर प्लॉटिंग ए ग्राफ एंड जस्ट पास द डेटा फॉर x-axis as well as for y-axis. After that you can apply different type of customizations. So first one is setting the limits of x-axis from -2 to 7. तो ये उस केस में अप्लाई होगा जब आप इंडेक्सेस यूज़ करेंगे. ओके, तो इस केस में अभी तक हमने इंडेक्सेस यूज़ नहीं किया है. सो लेट अस मूव ऑन टू द वर्टिकल बार ग्राफ अगेन. दिस वन, फर्स्ट वन, उसी पर आइए. नाउ in this case just by passing simply the student name, what I am doing here, I will pass index. Okay, indexes I will pass instead of student name. So just remove student name and instead of this I will use the index. Okay, and indexes will be generated according to the function arrange. Arrange is the function which will generate some numbers, and this function is available in NumPy module. So you need to again import this module now. Okay, so import NumPy. Now arrange function, in this case we have to generate 3 numbers. So because the data is of 3 students, that's why we need to create a 3 numbers. So let us assume the stop value in this case is length of the student name. What it means that find out the length of the list student name. But this student name actually is, it is a list na. See the square bracket, all the elements are inside square bracket. So student name is your list. So after the since it is a list, you can find out the length of this list. So length of this list is 3, means total number of elements present in a list, which is 3. So its length is 3. Now see again the syntax of arrange function. The syntax of arrange function is start, stop and step. Okay, start, stop and step, just like range function. Okay, just now inside this arrange function which we have used, we have passed the length of this one, which is by default the stop value. Okay, वो हमेशा stop value ही होती है अगर आप एक ही वैल्यू पास कर रहे हैं तो उस केस में. Okay, so arrange and length of the student name, I have told you that it is 3 because the total number of elements present in a list student name is 3. So 3, and when you expand it in the form of start, stop and step, so by default the value of start will be 0, stop value is given which is 3, and step value is 1. Okay, so finally it will generate some numbers, and numbers are 0, 1 and 2. Since 3 is the stop value, so it will not include 3. So these numbers will be generated, and if you pass these numbers on x-axis, so instead of Ramesh, Geeta, Vikas, you will get 0, 1, 2. Okay, so run your code and see. Instead of Ramesh there is 0.0, means by default the values are given 0, it is 1.0 and then 2.0, means at these values your bars will be created for different students. Okay, so now in this case we can set the limit of x-axis from -2 to 7. See the question again. Here you are asking for setting the limits of x-axis from -2 to 7. So here you can do this. Now by default the limit is -0.5 to 2.5. बाई डिफ़ॉल्ट इसकी लिमिट कहाँ से कहाँ तक है, -0.5 से 2.5 तक, लेकिन आप इसको सेट करना चाहते हैं -2 से 7 पर. ठीक है, सो आफ्टर दैट यू हैव टू यूज़, आफ्टर क्रिएटिंग अ बार यू हैव टू यूज़ द फंक्शन xtics. Okay, sorry, xlim limit set करनी है ना. So xlim function is there, and -2 is initial and end limit is 7. So when you run this, so see the limits on x-axis has been changed. It's now -2, -1, 0, 1, 2. At 0, 1, 2 you have the bars for different students, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So in this way you can set the limits on x-axis. Similarly the next question is for xtics function, which will put the tick marks, means you can also put tick marks according to your requirement. So if you do this one, putting the limit xtics, okay, so by using xtics function you have to put the tick marks. So and see on the basis of which, on the name of students, only on the name of students you have to put tick marks. So student name will be the data which you have to pass, but instead of student names what we are using the index na. So you need to pass the 2 parameters in xtics function. First one will be index and student name will be the second one. So put the tick marks on these. So now see, only tick marks are present on name of students. So you are seeing the name is Ramesh, Geeta, and names are Ramesh, Geeta and Vikas, and here you are seeing the tick marks, and limits are from -2 to 7, but tick marks are not showing. लिमिट जो है आपने -2 से 7 की सेट की हुई है, तो -2 से 7 की है ही, ठीक है, वो रिमूव नहीं हुई है, इसी वजह से इस तरीके से ग्राफ शो हो रहा है। लेकिन आपने क्या किया है, जो टिक मार्क्स है उनको कहाँ पर सेट कर दिया है कि जहाँ पर स्टूडेंट के नेम्स हैं वहाँ पर, इसलिए हमने इंडेक्सेस यूज़ किए थे, स्टूडेंट नेम्स तो यूज़ नहीं किया था इस केस में। तो इस केस में हमने क्या किया, इंडेक्सेस को ले लिया और फिर दूसरे केस में स्टूडेंट नेम लिख दिया। तो अगर आप स्टूडेंट नेम इस पैरामीटर को रिमूव कर देंगे तो सिर्फ इंडेक्सेस शो होंगे, मीन्स रमेश गीता विकास, इसकी जगह क्या आएगा 0, 1 एंड 2। तो आप इस तरीके से भी कर सकते हैं 0, 1, 2, बट यहाँ पे भी नेम्स शो नहीं हो रहे हैं, ठीक है, इसलिए नेम्स को हमने शो करवाने के लिए यहाँ पे सेकेंड पैरामीटर में स्टूडेंट नेम लिखा है। ओके, दिस वन। After that, the last one is for setting the labels on x-axis and y-axis. So on x-axis you have to give the label as student name, and on y-axis you have to give the label percentage, because respectively what is there. ओके, इस वजह से ही यहाँ पे x-axis को आपको स्टूडेंट नेम देना है और y-axis को परसेंटेज देना है। So for giving the labels on axis, again you have to use the same library along with module, and after that the function is simple x label for giving the label on x-axis, similarly y label for giving the label on y-axis. So for x-axis you need to give the label student's name na, which is given in question, student's name. Okay, take the same label which is given in question, student names is there, so write the same. After that for y-axis percentage or percentages, percentage is there, so give the same label and run. Now see, on x-axis you are having the student names label, and on y, so now see, on x-axis you have the label student's name, and on y-axis you have label percentage. So in this way you have to solve this type of question. So in the question paper you were given with these three options, 1, 2 and 3. So out of these, first one is the correct option, okay, this one.